Yeah. Let's play some Hearthstone. Let's play some Hearthstone. I gotta go to a wedding around 3 p.m., so I'm gonna stop streaming around 2, so that way I can just get myself ready and head off to that. But of course, before we even begin doing some Hearthstoning, there is the elephant in the room in that our dear friend Ben Brode has left the Hearthstone team. Which, of course, for many people was just like, oh my god, what? Because I think that, like, you know, there's always someone who stands up in front of the crowd and talks about the game, you know, would be the game director, one of the designers or so on, but Ben was sort of unique in the game industry in that he was, like, really, 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 really a face for Hearthstone. And that was a huge shock to people because for many people, like, seeing Ben Brode leave was like, oh my god, the identity of Hearthstone is gone and this sort of thing. And there's one thing that I want to... I see it around, and I want to try to do the opposite of this. I think it's very easy if someone is very giving, or very helpful, or very providing in some way, that when they in some way leave, to be hurt proportional to how giving that person was. Like in a normal social sense, have you guys ever known this? The person who's super supportive and listens to all of another of your friend's problems, and then when that supportive person can't be there, the other person's like, oh my god, so-and-so just abandoned me. You know, or something like that. Or if you've ever been in a group project, and there's, well, I had this happen. I was in a group project in school, and I was basically doing what I felt like was 80 or 90% of the work, and then I was like, alright, I'm just not going to do any more work. And they were like, oh my god, well now the project isn't going to happen at all, oh my god. And they were mad at me because they felt like I had screwed them over for 90% of the work, even though I was the person who did 90% of the work, you know what I mean? And so I think that, like, you know, when someone like Ben Brode leaves Hearthstone, there's this group of people, there's this, well, it's almost like it's an emotional reaction where it's like, oh, there's that sort of hurt. But if you think about it, it's the fact that Ben Brode is so amazing. He was so exceptional at guiding Hearthstone. I mean, not just in terms of the design of the core game, but in terms of the entire tone of everything. Every time I see some doofy quip in the game, you can't help but think about Ben Brode, you know? I've had the pleasure of interacting with Ben Brode in real life and seeing the way that he's encouraging and supportive and cheerful to all those people, and the fact that he's so open and pleasant with the community and also participates in all the memeing and shit. That guy's awesome. Holy shit. And so I don't want to turn his departure into some sort of dismay where I go, oh no, I'm sad because I don't maybe get as much Ben Brode in the Hearthstone seat, and that's what's important to me. No, screw that, man. That guy's great. I'm so thrilled that Ben Brode did all the work they did on Hearthstone to make it what it is today, and I'm so thrilled he's going off to do his new adventure of starting his own company. As someone who does his own little company running, oh my god, that's so cool, man. I always feel connected, you know, and I'm just like, I mean, frankly, all I do is really, like, stream and shit, but, like, the other interesting struggles that happen in business, I think are, like, super, super cool. So the fact that he's going on a new sort of adventure that I in some way feel related to gets me personally excited. I just try to think of more ways to, you know, be grateful rather than be woeful that I don't get the thing anymore. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah, that sort of thing. So without any further ado, let's lose fucking stars in this game. What do I even want to do? Yeah, no, this is something that I thought a lot about. I actually kind of had the flip side of this happen, where I had a friend who was Lady in White deck, man, you got it. I had when I was younger, I had a friend who was super supportive of me. Oh, I haven't played this token deck. I want to run that one. I had a friend who was super supportive when I was having a really hard time, and I really leaned on her a ton. Just be like, oh, I'm really sad, and all this sort of shit. And she was really supportive and really great, but at some point she's like, you know, you've been leaning on me a lot, and I just can't really do this. For a little bit of time. I kind of need a break. And I remember I sort of lashed out, right? I was like, you can't. What the fuck is a shaman? think I just want my ramp. I think I can keep swipes as well. Swipes is probably always a keep in this meta. Yeah, and I remember just sort of lashing out and being angry and grumpy and just hurt. Like, how could you do this to me? How could you hurt me so much? And it wasn't that this person hurt me. It's that, oops. Why is this not displaying? Oh, because I didn't check the display it button. Great. It wasn't that she had hurt me. It's that she provided so much positive, reassuring support that when she was doing something totally fair, which is stepping away to take care of herself, I was mad with her because I wasn't getting my nice happy thing anymore. And upon some reflection, I was like, oh shit, no, I should, oh my god. Sort of got me thinking about the idea of, like, how do I express gratitude for what has been done rather than express regret and sadness for what I don't receive. DBR Connie says, do you think he's still going to be around the Hearthstone community? Starting business on your own is tough stuff, but it'd still be nice to see him around. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel very fortunate in that, like, Day 9 TV sort of always has a certain stable income source in the form of, I'm doing a stream today, right? Like, I think I popped like that. And, you know, I didn't really start this business setting out to make money doing this stream. It's rather that money began to happen, and I went, oh shit, maybe I should do this as a business. And there's certainly been, you know, big financial struggles along the way, but, you know, I'm really impressed with people that are like, let's start off and just begin to make a product. We have no cash flow. We're literally just spending money to be able to make a thing. It's really amazing to me. So in other words, game developers are really amazing to me. My current big game developer inspiration is Team Cherry, the developers of Hollow Knight. Obvious says, why did he whispering here? The biggest Murmuring Elemental. The big reason why you play the Murmuring Elemental is for no... it's frequently not to do on the board game. It's to put it on the queue for when you play Shutterwalk. Okay, so this is not really, well, no, I guess I just participate in a little bit of the face bashing, right? Probably hit here and kill this, because that's always an important one to remove. If he removes here, that's fine. Yeah, Murmuring's fine to run that. There's actually just not that many great battle cries in this deck. So, it seems pretty fine. Earliest stream ever. No, I sometimes go live this early. Like the MTGA streams. I don't think I'll really need to save the Spellbreakers. I'm running 2 Spellbreakers because I hate Q-Block. If I run this out, nothing good really happens, does it? Yeah, actually, why not? We're not really going to have a lot of good opportunities to run out Spreading Plagues, and they're a pretty valuable target. A lot of these things I'm just running out. This makes me marginally concerned that I could be up against not a Shutterwalk deck. And if that's the case, I'm still totally fine because we have the Ultimate Infestation, we have the second Spreading Plague, and we're a burst token deck. So this is the deck from Firebat. Except I made a change. Firebat, I believe, was running 1 Black Knight and 1 other thing. I just jammed in the 2 Spellbreakers. Lightning strikes twice. I've located my friendly neighborhood, not a Shutterwalk deck. So what's the play here? Like, I can obviously swipe this. Like, silence that. This seems generally like a great decision to do. Yeah, you know, I think I like this play a little better. See, if I silence this guy, and then I swipe here. Now, I have the option to Power of the Wild to buff everything, but I think that what I'm going to do is... actually, yeah. I want to empty my hand a little bit to prepare for the ultimate infestation. Yeah, I'll just keep recapping the shorter version of what I was saying about Ben earlier. I think it's important not to be grumpy or bitter at Mr. Brode. Or upset or sad. Like, no bad thing occurred. A wonderful thing occurred. A guy who did amazing things for Hearthstone is going off to have his own little adventure. Perhaps his own big adventure. No, but now I don't have a good target for ultimate infestation. Oh, wait a minute. Ha 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 ha. Job's done. There's my Oaken Summons. There's my Violet Teacher. There's my Branching Paths. There's our tokeny friends. Who left what? Ben Brode left Hearthstone. Today's his last day. Isn't that crazy? It's not crazy. Alright. It's a good day to build the board, isn't it? Alright, we have Liesel next turn. You say why he was leaving? Yeah, he just wants to go start his own company. Did they announce he was taking a spot? I don't think they did. That does stink a bit. Right. In theory, I could have played around that a little bit better. Do I even want to do this? This might be a reasonable thing to do. He does not have that many cards in hand. I think I'd just do this and draw a card. I'm starting to realize how much I need to value some of these pieces. I really want that Whispering Woods. Like, for once in my life, can I draw Whispering Woods?
Fire, burn, and cauldron bubble!
If Day 9 loses, his feelings will be in trouble. Welcome.
Pay attention, class.
This is gain 4 armor. 1, 2, 3. I'm still gonna do it.
I meant to learn. For the wild.
So I would really love one of these Whispering Woods, because I can just Whispering Woods, Soul of the Forest, and then just like double Savage Roar. Is this hand Druid? No, it's a token Druid. It's a token Druid. You try to get a swarm of small dudes, cast, say, Soul of the Forest on them, maybe get a swarm of dudes from Spreading Plague, cast Soul of the Forest on them, Whispering Woods to summon a bunch of Wisps, and then maybe get Soul of the Forest on them. Do things that help you secure a board, and then you just, boom, burst them down with Savage Roar, or burst them down with Branching Paths, things like this. Token Druid with no apples? Damn right, because apples are the shittiest. Okay, so let's see. If I double Savage Roar here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's count this. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Not quite. Not quite. We didn't quite do it. So I think I'm going to hit like this, and this, and then we summon out this, right?
I meant to learn.
hero power, pop, and then pop, and then we can Soul the Forest everything. Yeah, so essentially we guaranteed win this turn. Essentially. I don't have enough room for the Spellbreaker, which does suck a little bit, but...
Stone never
This guy's dead. This is one dead man. I killed this one. Yeah, it's a lot of power. Playing Hearthstone all day or all morning until round 2. I gotta leave for a wedding. This is gonna be a great wedding. The two people I think are awesome. Individually, they're awesome, and they are merging into be a better Voltron. Like, it's so good. It's so I'm so excited about this wedding. And let me tell you, 9 weddings out of 10 is that Jesus, those people are getting married. Oh my God. You know, where it's not that you think that they're awful. It's that you only have so many weekends in a year. I can't go to all these weddings. You know, like right when you're getting into your late 20s, early 30s, man, everyone's just getting weddings. It's just like, again?
I must protect
Would you people just stop getting married? I think I keep Whispering Woods in this matchup. I think. I'm not sure. It's my approach to wedding gifts. I go to the registry, buy it there. Other than that,
well met.
None will survive.
Aviel says, "Oh my God, my wedding is in 6 weeks. Oh my God, that's so amazing." As a wedding present, I'll give you a tent van again. Oh my God, every time I watch him, he's so underhanded.
Well met. Well played. Reporting for duty.
Is this putting my hand a little too face up, you think? I don't think so. So we're gonna have 8 cards in hand, so we'll summon 6 1/1s. Maybe that was incorrect to do. Maybe I just removed the 1/1. Again, a little greedy. Also, speaking of greed, I think I need a little more of myself out here. Yeah. Right there. That's where I want it.
let me think.
Entropy TV says, my wedding was one of the magnificent Voltron varieties. People coming up to us saying this is the best one you've ever been to. Some people saying they were married. Some people saying that we're married, lol. That's great. Dude, Thaviel, seriously though, congratulations. That's fantastic. Yeah, see, it's not that I look down on anyone who's getting married in any regard. I don't want to convey that attitude. Rather, it's just that, like, a lot of people get married in their late 20s and early 30s, and if you're someone like me that just doesn't have a lot of free weekends a year, I mean, like, what? I can't. Why? I can't do it. I think. So I have the coin here. All right, who's ready for the greed? I think that what I do is this. I think we wait, and I think we just swipe his face. Thaviel says, I just freak out when anyone mentions a wedding at this point. Dude, no, Thaviel, it's going to be great. If everything at the wedding goes wrong, it's still going to be great, right? Because all you're really there to do is to hang out with people, eat food, drink a little bit, maybe drink a little too much, and get married to your lovely man or your lovely woman. That's it, man. That's all you got to do. Piece of Keiko. You're just getting married, man. Best wedding I ever went to, and business partner Eric, man. My dear friend, buddy Eric. I was at his wedding, and Eric and his wife are just like just amazing people, and they're just so pleasant. They're so calm. Like literally, they're getting ready. Like it's one of those things, you know, because there's the deadline. The wedding will happen, and in the next N minutes, right? Like, the wedding is happening in 10 minutes. And they're literally just sitting there, talking to each other, just hanging out. We're in a room, sitting around the table, just chatting. And someone comes in, it's like, it's time. And Danielle's like, alright, see you out there. And Eric's like, alright, cool. It's just like, and off. Remember this card? Remember this card? And then he's like, level up, and I'm dead. And I'm like, ah! Ugh. I mean, we're real close to just ending the game, too. And then they just like went out there and got married, and we're like, alright, cool, we're married. And I'm like crying, oh my god, I'm sobbing. I was the best man, and I'm like really tall, so I'm like up there, and I'm like tears like pouring down. I was like patient zero for weeping at that wedding, man. I was like, they're just such wonderful people, and they're getting married, and they're just, oh my god. And they're like, yeah, no, we're just getting married, it's fine, you know, we knew this was gonna happen. Swippy swipe all day, all nights. So I can pop here. If I hit that, it'll go to 3. We can hit like this and make it go to 1 and to 2, and then we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and clear. So I think we hit this one. If we hit this, there's too many things that are odd. If I hit that, then that's 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess both are basically the same. Okay, so that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I think, if we do this, then against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Time waits for no one.
This is better.
All the while.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then these two are completely undamaged, whereas one would have been damaged in the other. Or only one would have been undamaged in the other case.
Out of my jungle!
This card's turned out to be really interesting. Like, it single-handedly put us in an amazing position in this matchup. Hoot hoot, motherfucker. We have branching paths, so I don't feel that concerned about. Well, fuck. Let's just draw Spreading Plague and end his life, huh? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Pay attention, class.
Very hard for him to burst us down at 11, because even if he uses level up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then he would also need the unidentified maul.
Reporting for duty.
But he'll probably level up right here defensively, is the thing that I am marginally concerned about. But we can summon a whole lot of dudes via this.
Ungoro belongs to the Titan.
Ah, fuck. I should have thought about the fact that they always get the Stonehill Defender in this deck. Well, I'm the luckiest boy in the world. So I hit here first. Then we run this out. Then we do this, and then we do plus attack, right? Just summon, come on, just summon him, summon. It's a token druid! Token, of course, the term that broadly means a creature that is summoned as a result of a spell or an effect, rather than as a result of being a creature. So for instance, these 1/1s are summoned from the hero power, so these are tokens. Spreading Plague is a token. This is a creature. Technically, this is a Sunkeeper Tarim token. Technically, but effectively, we don't really treat it that way. Well, let's draw the other Spreading Plague or some shit. I think that might be it for us. Let's draw a card first. That's helpful. So we have to draw another card here. That's not helpful. So I think we just do what we can do, right? Which is hit these two, shrink this one, and pop turn. Would a token be any minion that isn't in your deck?
Well played.
It sounds like we're dead. He got a pretty sensational draw. However, I think the more important thing than his draw being really good is the fact that
I can see.
still trying to get the hang of this deck. This deck has really weird bursts and shrinks in there. The word token came from Magic the Gathering, where in Magic the Gathering you have basically little scraps of paper or dice that represent things. So, you know, it'll be like summon a 1/1 green Saprolite. Well, you don't have a card for that. It's just written on the card. So what do? You just tear off a piece of paper and you write 1/1 on it and you set it down. And that token represents the 1/1. Or, you know, when I was a kid, I'd get all hyped up on like physical tokens. Like, you used to have these beads, and I'd be like, okay, these green beads represent, these are my choice of token. So a token is basically means a physical object that represents some sort of permanent thing. So it could be like, create an enchantment token, create a flying creature token, create an artifact token with the following. So you have these little physical things. And so as time went on, this, excuse me, as time went on, token began to broadly refer to creatures, spell, just permanents in a card game that were not represented as a card, that had to be represented by some other physical piece. I think we just Spellstone this. I think. It could be argued that I really do want to draw here. But I think this is better. I don't know. I'm still trying to learn it. Yeah, so tokens just began to mean anything that was generated. And so, you know, as time went on, you started to have people, you know, in deck building talk about, oh yeah, I am a token paladin. AKA the goal of this paladin is to make lots of summoned things. Actually, not lots of summoned things, lots of generated creatures rather than lots of creature cards. Great, I'm nourishing this turn. I think he just does not know what I am. Factory says, now that you're done explaining token, how would you best ELI 5 tempo? Any reason why we only see tempo mage and tempo rogue? Tempo is the general idea of a temporary spike in power. I want to stress that definition of temporary spike in power. I messed this up. I needed to wait a turn and do this, and then follow it by Soul of the Forest. Yeah. I realized that now as I was talking. Also going to mute this guy, because he's a little too excited by himself. Alright, so I'm just going to draw 2. You know, tempo is the idea of trying to just get a spike of temporary power right now. Well, let me see if I can get an even better, clearer definition.
Let's get it right this time.
What I'm going for is succinctness, because I can spend some time. I can spend some time. Let's draw the cards and just get together Whispering Woods. Damn, I'm good.
You can't have it.
He's a control deck, so it doesn't matter as much.
Job done.
Need a key?
Okay, here's the best way I can try to succinctly describe tempo. Forget my previous definitions, that way I can sift through this one. If that's a counter spell, we need to play around that. So we're going to Jasper first. Then we're going to Whispering Woods. And then we're going to Soul the Forest.
Job done.
The idea of tempo is creating a strategy that takes advantage of how many turns it is necessary in order to solve a certain problem.
Who wield it?
Let's just clear this board in order to deal with this. Okay, so this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, a billion. Good. Now he's gonna feel a little dumb for being like, amazing. Okay. Tempo is generally the concept of how you are trying to take advantage of how many turns it takes to solve a certain problem. So, for instance, the simplest example is, let's say you play an expensive creature for, say, 6 mana. And then on my turn, I play a 4 mana card, and then I spend 2 mana to return that creature to your hand. It's gonna take you on your next turn, turn 7, you're gonna have to replay that 6 mana thing. So there's 1 turn right there. And then on your next turn, you're gonna have to spend some time killing my 4 mana creature. And once you've done that, then you've returned the state back to where it was previously. Because the previous state on turn 6 was empty board. You played your 6 mana dude. Then I played a small dude and returned this to your hand. Then it took you another turn to replay this, and another turn to finally remove this guy. So it took me 1 turn to impact the board that severely, but then it took you 2 turns to undo it. So again, we're taking advantage of that number of turns of power. The amount of time it takes in this turn-based game to solve this certain problem. And the reason that the concept of tempo is important is because there is this idea of, let's just create a really imaginary Hearthstone example. Let's say, I had a rogue that could spend 2 mana to every single turn to return something to your hand. I know it feels that way sometimes, but let's say it literally could return to the hand every single time. There's a lot of small, weak creatures that I would be playing out on the board, and I, the rogue, would eventually run out of cards because I'm playing all these creatures. You, the opponent, would have a lot of cards in your hand. So you have a lot of cards in your hand. I, the rogue, don't have a lot of cards. So in the long term, yeah, the person who has all the cards in the hand has way more tools and way more resources. So over time, this person who has all these cards is going to get more value, is going to be able to do more potent things, and is going to eventually win. So the tempo deck is trying to sneak that win condition in before you have the amount of turns to get that advantage.
Malfurion versus Rexar.
You can almost think of it as,
Begin.
Protect the wild.
it's kind of like a timing push in StarCraft. If I have 5 bases and you have 2 bases, you know, the 2 base player may have set, or actually here's a better example. I'm on 5 bases and you're on 3 bases. And perhaps your plan was to also get more bases, but you realize that you have a big tempo advantage if you begin putting the pressure on. That you can deal a big burst of damage right now before I have the time in order to deal with it. So tempo is a concept that can be utilized in a variety of different... I think maybe I actually want like this. I think I actually want to keep the dude. Now, I want to be really clear. This is not about early versus late. It's not that you're trying to do something early in the game. It's you're creating a situation at whatever time slice right now exists in order to get a gain in tempo. So for instance, it is a big tempo play for me to, on turn 8, Whispering Woods and solo the forest. It is a concept that can exist in a variety of different decks. I can be a control deck, and I can make a tempo play. Right? It's not about a tempo deck. So for instance, this is an aggro deck is trying to... Oh. An aggro deck is generally trying to kill a player before they ever have an opportunity to do anything by killing them as fast as possible. So aggro decks will wind up exploiting some tempo, right? It's exploiting the fact that it's going to take, hopefully, too many turns for you to be able to deal with this. But sometimes, like for instance, this Face Hunter deck is not necessarily trying to build up huge presence on the board that's going to take me a number of turns to deal with. Oftentimes, it's just to get the health low enough that they can just kill me with a final shot in the face. Now this is in stark contrast to, this is going to be 4 1/1s. Is this actually going to be any good for me? No. 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 Here's a really great example of the contrast to value. Value is, how do I make it so that if the game goes on longer and longer and longer, I use less cards than he uses. So for instance, here's a really clear tempo play, right? I am going to use this Jasper Spellstone now to kill this dude, so that way I have a scarier presence on the board. What I could have done was waited a turn, played the Oaken Summons, and then played the Jasper Spellstone, knowing that my Violet Teacher would come out and I would get more value out of that. I would get more value. But I'm worried that I'm going to fall behind on tempo. So,
Mind if I roll need?
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to Open Summons.
Pay attention, class.
So part of me is saying to myself, maybe I didn't need to go for that tempo play then. Maybe I could have just gone for the value. This sucks a little bit. I'm a little confused as to what he is. He has some things that say I'm aggro. This is going to be 3 wisps, so I think I need to wait a turn. Eagle Eye, Sweden. Happy half a year if months were weeks. Eagle Eye, Sweden is 52 months in a year, right? You fucking got it, buddy. I don't even know what he is. So the general idea of value is trying to gain power via cards.
For the wild.
So generally trying to think of gaining value from cards. How do I make my cards more efficient than his cards? Tempo is the idea of exploiting turns. How do I do more in given turns than he's able to do in given turns? And again, value and tempo are concepts. You wouldn't say I'm playing a value deck, not a control deck. Typically, control decks have lots of value plays within them. So I do this first, and then I do this to empty my hand a little bit. Actually, do I want to do this, and then...
For the wilds.
Could your second act to kill instead of using the hero power? Yeah, I wanted to draw a card. I'm trying to get just the right amount of cards with the Ultimate Infestation. And looking at his deck, I don't think I necessarily needed to preserve my health as much because he's just not doing that much aggressive stuff. I mean, he should trade everything in here. If he doesn't, that would surprise me. He appears to be doing something combo-y.
Job done.
You done any fun decks equals less meta decks? Oh, I don't think I've done meta decks ever, except for the first day when I made an odd paladin. Hi, Despy. I'm gonna miss you this weekend. Alright. So, here comes our big mega play. Dun, 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 dun. That's so powerful! Oh my god, how does he deal with this shit? Oh my god, that's amazing. So, I mean, that wasn't exactly an explain like I'm 5 definition. That was a little bit more like, here is a variety of terminology. Maybe it was an ELI 5 which wasn't concise. Yeah, I pretty much believe that anyone who has an acceptable understanding of Hearthstone and is a reasonable learning agent will be excellent at it. I'm just gonna Soul of Forest again. Wow, no I'm not. I'm gonna kill this man. Oh my god, Sockreel's hosting for up to 2,623 viewers. We can't lose now. Pix Recall says, hitting 9 bits the best way to support you with the monies, or is there a better way? Just subscribing and hanging out. That's it. That's all you gotta do. The best way to support is to just hang out and have a great time. And by extension, if you went around and told people, hey, I watch Day 9 TV, and you should do it too, that's fantastic. But, you know, I think there's not a lot of ways to give me money, because, I mean, frankly, I think a $5 a month subscription is totally acceptable. I think that is an acceptable exchange of value, I feel. Flamingito says, okay there, and now I'll hang out, thanks for the approachable checklist. I like checklists to consist of 2 things. I was in a real foul mood this morning, I gotta admit, and I'm just in a better mood now that I'm here.
Reporting for duty.
You're all very wonderful people, and I thank you for it.
For the wild.
Moon Factory says, might be something streamers think about all the time, but I had the epiphany of thinking about viewer counts on stream, thinking 2,000 viewers is fairly big. Then I envision a person sitting in front of a computer on a stage with 2,000 people standing in a crowd in front of him/her. Yeah, and the numbers grow pretty fast too. Like, you know, even with just you know, a few thousand people tuning in here, and my ridiculous volume of uploads on YouTube that get, you know, tens of thousands of views, I guess I'd say typically. I mean, that right there is several million unique people tuning in. Adds up fast. People Hill says, well, I guess bits are a tempo play and subscription is a value play. Yes, very well. Alright, so I think do I definitely do this? We could wait a sec, but I think I just hate paladins enough. I think I hate them just the right amount.
The light dims, but we fight. The light protects me.
Publishers, did you hit by the ad problem on YouTube? Absolutely, yeah. YouTube is not a good source of revenue anymore. It's fine. Did you know that 6 minus 6 is oftentimes 0? It's not 2, as my brain was informing me. Yes, no, all the stuff with advertising revenue on YouTube hit my ability to process this turn pretty hard. It was a very difficult time in my life where all of a sudden addition didn't make sense anymore. Ah, the ability to blame something other than me. Feels good, it feels really nice.
Reporting for duty. Out of my jungle!
I think I should have saved my swipe. I think I needed to be greedier with my swipe, because it's just so ridiculously powerful. Burdot says, hey Sean, do you know who I am? Just checking makes me super anxious because I'm unsure. I fucking don't. Burdot, who are you? You've created this aura of mystery. Did you change your ID? Is that BTYM again? People have been changing their names, like Subs and Soda changed their name to Subs Sans Soda. It's like, whew, I think we hit him with the forest. We can also branching paths to pop, 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 pop. Yeah, well, no, because there's this thing that's a fucking problem. Actually, so I'm going to draw a card. See what we get. Okay, and then we're going to get the +1 attack. I think this is... Okay. Ah, fuck, I don't know. Who's Burdot? Oh my god. I'm vibrating with curiosity. Now, if he... I think this is because you said, yes, I changed it because you said video games was too vague. Dude, I'm so happy. I'm smart, man. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm so good, BTY. Good to re-see you. Your Prime subs are the exact same as regular subs, so... yeah. Okay. This is an acceptable outcome because he can set these to 1 health, but he can't do much better. And now I can run out these two, or I can run out this and this. This and this probably is best. And then the next turn we can ultimately infest. He might just pass. That could be an acceptable play because I can go trade. Ooh, he's toast.
Pay attention, class.
I'm ready to learn.
Can't do that.
I'm ready to learn.
I think he screwed the pooch on this one. Yeah, YouTube's a funky platform, I gotta say. It's kind of funky the way it works. I would describe it as it's just a tech platform right now. That's it. So all it is just a technology place where you can upload your stuff. And I would contrast this very much so with something like a Netflix, which is a video platform that is... it actually feels like an entertainment platform. So if I solo the Forest and Power of the Wild, and I can also Ultimate Infestation, but I think that that's a weaker play. I think that I need to go for the dudes here. This does leave enough left over, so I want to do this one first, so that way it summons this one, and then buffs that, and then it does this, and then summons this, and then I get 7 2/2s in the end. So I think that I'm going to hit here with the Violet Teacher, so I can play like this. And then we're going to hit this Creeper, certainly. And then we have 2-on-1s left over to kill. Hilbam says, would you say YouTube is a good platform to getting people come to Twitch like myself? Yeah, good. Yeah. I mean, all of these platforms connect to each other, really. Like, you know, technically it's irresponsible that I'm not on Instagram or Snapchat or these sorts of things. Just not that interested in those platforms. Let's see here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, and then we do 7 times 2, which is 14, plus 2. Yeah, it's like a billion. Yeah, so he's dead. The thing that YouTube is good for in terms of just my core business is that if I want to do advertising, you know, or excuse me, sponsorship type stuff, it's really nice for whoever is, you know, I'm working with to be able to say, I'm going to get a bunch of views on Twitch and a bunch of views on YouTube. Yes, YouTube has been flagging a whole bunch of content and removing their own advertisements, but it doesn't change the fact that there's in-video advertisements. Really great example. I upload the Magic the Gathering Arena videos there. And that's really great. It's like, even though those videos might get demonetized because I kept running into the goddamn scarab god and I was cursing and it probably scared the video and demonetized it. Like, I can completely understand that, but it's still completely great for Wizards of the Coast to be able to... Druid... How do I want to value this? I think like this. Still great for Wizards of the Coast because they're getting views on their core product. So that's kind of how I generally view YouTube. Is that it's for the most part just a repository. Is this too aggressive to just coin that out? I don't know. I'm expecting that this is a Spiteful Druid. I'm expecting that this is a Spiteful Druid. I'm going to summon the Panther because I'm still anticipating that this is a Spiteful Druid. And I think I might coin out the Oaken Summons. Well, we don't actually have a lot of good card draw. We don't have Nourish or Ultimate Infestation to ramp to, or Branching Paths to draw more. Either way.
What to do?
I mean, this still looks and feels like a Spiteful Druid. I think... Do I actually pop here? I think I do, because we would reasonably expect a how long can this go on turn 4. Yeah, this is a Spiteful Druid. We're confident now. So I'm going to wait a moment on this thing. Do I want to? I mean, I can always Spreading Plague Power of the Wild. Yeah, that's actually fucking great. Let's get 6 1/1s out there. And then let's see what he does, because his deck does not run swipes. We have Branching Paths. We have Power of the Wild. So he's going to get a 10-10. None of these have Taunt, which is fine. So we can begin to really crank up the aggression. Woo, that sucks for him. Fuck did I do that? I mystify even myself. Oh gosh. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah. You can also just go into the face. This is 10, 12, 8. Yeah, it does seem good. I don't know how, why, it doesn't matter. My brain has really been struggling in the last few weeks. I think that maybe, okay, don't worry, I'm not a paladin, pal. I'm not your paladin, pal. Cool. But yeah, Spiteful Summoner had a very interesting buff, where there was a lot of cards at 10 mana that got rotated out. So there's only 5 10-mana cards. The 8/8 Sea Giant, the 8/8 Emerus, the 7/14 Tarantus, the 12/12 Deathwing, and the... I'm sorry, the 7/14 Ultrasaur and the 12/12 Tarantus. This is a great example of how my brain is feeling so off in the last few weeks, man. I know that there's the 7/14 Dinosaur, I know that Tarantus is one, I merge it into one, and my brain just shuts off, and it's like, well, we've said all the information we can say. Fucking my brain. I think I'm just not eating enough calories. I think I'm working out a ton and just not eating enough, so my brain's just shutting down.
Job done.
I do love you, though, Despy. I really love my little cats. Very nice. Not enough sleep? I've just been sleeping mostly a lot. Mostly a lot.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I don't know my exact caloric intake. That's why I say I think I'm not having enough. I'll have to investigate.
Truth is found in death.
We really didn't have a particularly good start, so this is going to be a little rough. But I think that what we have to do is we have to maybe draw and armor up. We can jam down this. I think we just pop this. We'll trade it with a 1/1, which is okay.
Engaging TC-130 until dislocation.
Brode, that's not actually true. You are making false statements.
For the wild.
That was wild.
Moon Factory has a great example. He played the mind control tech for tempo, less for value. Because mind control tech for value is waiting for my board to fill up and then jamming it down.
Pinch of death come. Heal of
Probably going to lose. We didn't have a particularly good opening hand, but I'm okay with that. We've kind of been on a tear, so... Let's see, can he kill us next turn? He has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15. Well, balls. Maybe he just goes into face and dies. I'm hoping it's diet. I'm hoping that's what's going on. I've just been feeling like shit, man. Been feeling so poopy. Damn, why? No, don't clear my guys. Ah, come on.
heal of shoe.
Yeah, we're probably dead. Turn 5 Spiteful, turn 4 Spiteful, and also we didn't have an opening. Well, this does help. Okay. East, okay. I want to do this because it does not really matter what the health and damage of these things are. What matters is that they're bodies that I can begin to buff up. I think I just want more bodies. That's the only really way I can maybe win.
As the witch commands.
Alright, we got it. It is a
I
good day
can
to
see.
die. I am going to use the restroom real fast. Use the restroom real fast. Just literally, just sit there. And I'm back. We're never using Linara, or Linessa, excuse me. Linessa, Linara. Linessa is the Paladin card. We're never using Linessa. Linara. Hey, thanks, Scourger Landman. The thing is that, like, dude, Power Hot Phase 2 is wrapping up in the next 2 weeks. And then you know what's coming up next? Next. I only want one of these, and the rest of these is fine. I'm gonna run out Whispering Woods, and he can't really do terribly much about it. Well, no, I guess he has Duskbreaker. Yeah, so this is the muscle building phase right now. Power Hot Phase 3 is gonna be the leaner. We're gonna try to become a leaner man. So hopefully we can... By TwitchCon I want to be just disgustingly hot. Mary says, what about exchanging spellstones for 2x naturalize since this deck only seems to struggle against huge men? I don't know if you can make the conclusion that this deck only struggles against huge men, because we've won every game pretty easily, and then we lost one game to a Spiteful that had an extraordinary draw. I just don't want to commit to too many significant, large decisions without playing a little bit more. And at that point, it could be possible that the Lesser Jasper Spellstones are good to cut out. The benefit of the Lesser Jasper Spellstone over Naturalize is that it's very flexible. We have a lot of armor gain. It's often capable of us to... Really? It's already very possible for us to be able to... clear some of our larger threats that we're frightened of. I want to do it that way because I want it that way. God, that song is so unbelievable. One more turn, and then Nefarious is dead. And then he's so fucking fucked. I remember what I was talking about, man. Tell me why it ain't nothing but heartache. Wrath is cheaper and more flexible removal against this priest that, if it's what I think it is, it's this control priest that just tries to blow you up. God, you're gonna feel real dumb in a sec here. Real dumb. And then he's like Psychic Scream, and I'm like, ah! I gotta hurry up. Yeah, he has Psychic Scream, that sucks. The one desire.
For the wild.
I think this is the Mind Blast Priest. The Mind Blast Priest has some dragon cards as a dragon core, and then what it's trying to do is to get out Shadow Reaper Anduin. Alex draws you to half health, and then go shoot, Mind Blast, shoot, Mind Blast, shoot. Fuck, he's got a lot of his sweepers in hand, doesn't he? Pretty much dead. Fuck, it couldn't have even been the Violet Teacher. This is 4 armor. Alright, Violet Teacher. How good of you to join. Well, he only has one more sweepery-deepery guy left. If we draw an Ultimate Infestation at any point, we're pretty much in fantastic shape. Dun, dun, dun. Have we tried the Hearthstone Deck Tracker Twitch extension instead of Innkeeper? I should switch over. Innkeeper is not updated as frequently. I think the usability is not nearly as good as the Hearthstone Deck Tracker stuff overall. Oh yeah, the deck runs 2 Primordial Drakes. I fucking forgot. My favorite deck of the meta? None. I have no favorite meta deck. I only like off meta decks. Carrascas quoting the Ballad of Love to me. What a beautiful song. I will let you touch me. Baku Warrior with Quest is kind of fantastic. I wasn't really able to get it to work very well. Although yeah, I don't know. I really struggled to get it to work at all. Yeah, this is a really cool deck that he's running. Alright, let's see if we can get there. Good. Good.
I concede.
Okay. Alright, sweetheart. You've been a real asshole lately. Just an unbelievable dick. I love you a lot. Just want to take a look at this. My Armorful Druid, see. So I was running not terribly much card draw, and I think I just kind of need to... I think these ones, get those out of there. Despy, you better not. I think we need to look up some odd mana. Odd. Hey, you just, no, not on the mouse, okay? There you go. That's a good cat. Now you can lie there. Yeah, it's a very good cat. I think I originally was not including the Acolytes of Pain, but I think I do need to. Oh yeah, we have Harrison in here. Okay, so we have all the draw that we'll ever get. See, I actually think that the Dragon Hatchling, when I initially put him in, maybe Tar Creeper's actually okay. Maybe Tar Creeper's actually an okay card to put in here now. Because it is obnoxious to try to punch through. We shall investigate. Mountain Fire Armor. No chance he's ever going to try to trade into that. This could be good. Maybe I just do want them Tarlards. Good old Tarlard. Crowley might be okay. Crowley's actually just okay in a lot of decks, I think. Hey, scoot over. Hey. You gotta scoot. Why are you being a bad cat? Okay, you gotta move. Hey. You're a good cat, okay? Alright, she is purring. This is gonna sound ridiculous, but like, I kind of want to just run an Elven Archer, man. It's the last day I get to play Hearthstone this weekend, so I think I might just put in one good golden Elven Archer. Excuse me. Do have Tar Creepers and Stone Hills. Yeah. Wait, do I have room for 2 Elven Archers? Dude, I'm doing it. Here we go. Oh my god. Dude, we got 2 golden Elven Archers. Hey, you gotta move your feet, cat. You don't want to get splooshed by me, huh?
Garrosh versus Lunara.
The forest fights back.
Alright, so I keep this, because we're against a Spiteful deck, so the Reckless Flurries are excellent cards. There it is. There's the Stone Cold Nuts right there. Splooshed? Yeah, splooshed. Sploosh is an onomatopoeia that means to splash. Just gonna sploosh that one in there. Despy, you gotta... Come on. Come on, move. No. No, you don't get to meow at me. Not today. I am fed up with the world today.
None will survive.
Alright, I mean, we basically win. We have our counter to the Glacial. This can also activate the Acolyte of Pain. We're very low on Acolyte of Pain activators. Oh my god, look at the synergy that's going on here. Look at this. Now, do I want to shoot this guy right now? Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe absolutely so. Alright, we're waiting, we're holding out. I'm getting greedy, man. Did I make a shooty tower deck? Yeah, I kind of made it a semi-shooty tower deck. We're gonna get so much draw out of this guy. Solves a big problem with this deck, man. How long can this go on? How long can this go on? Could also blow up all of his shit. Watch this sick play. Look at the Elven Archer value we're getting. Oh, this Elven Archer is working it. Oh my god, yes! Hey, come here. Despy, come here. Do you want me to move my notes that you've so crinkled up? You little crinkle butt. Yeah, I'm moving it all out of the way now. Don't chew on everything that looks like it has a cord on it. Hey! What you doing? It's okay. I gotta be gentle with you. Hey, it's just a thing that fell over. Chill your shit. Holy fuck! Hey, look here. I'm gonna set this up. This cat, man. Let me tell you. All right, so I pop here. Good lord.
I'll give it a shot.
That was wild.
Alright, I gotta shut this. I gotta mute this dude every single time.
You are not welcome.
You are not welcome here. Alright, I think I was a little too greedy. but that's fine. I'm not quite getting to gain the amount of armor that I want to gain, which is as much armor as I've ever seen. So if I armor up and hit and then slam, I think I armor up right this, yeah? Now watch this, you see? We're gonna slam this, yeah? And a reckless flurry, and then you gotta see these plays. Boom, see you later. Oh my god, one shot, one kill. Get fucking shit on, Kronos. Are we kidding me? Alright, well, this is the problem I always had with this fucking deck. It didn't do anything. Didn't want to touch that. Ooh. Maybe we should just actually make a fatigue warrior.
Maybe we should just make a fatigue warrior. Maybe.
Maybe we should make an even fatigue warrior, you know what I mean? This is the issue I have with this warrior. Is that, like, it's just hard to figure out the costing for freaking anything, man.
I tried this.
Alright, it's gonna shoot the 3-6, 100%. 3-6 going down. Brawl one time. This deck sucks, man. I'm getting out of here.
I choose death.
You are my fire, my one desire. Believe when you say. All right, okay. Let's see here. Even fatigue warrior Lemire. All right, mana even. Get in here, gang Greymane. I'm looking you up in the slowest way possible. I'm just gonna look up Grey. Yes. Actually, here's a thought. Here's a thought. This is okay. The thing is, the statement is we cut the whirlwinds. Obviously, we cut these. These are stupid. Get Crowley. I think we already had. Oh, we didn't. We didn't have Crowley. We didn't have Crowley in there. Crowley, 2x Direhorns, and a Clockwork Bro. I don't necessarily know about the Direhorns. See, these Acolyte of Pains I also don't like. I'm keeping one of these because we got to King himself. I actually don't think the Acolytes are that. I just don't even want to play this deck. I'm just deleting it. Get out of here. Alright. Mana even. Alright, let's see what we get. We get the. Oh, not Heroic Strike. Get me out of here. Slam, of course we want to slam, man. Dry Whisker Armor, yeah. Cornered Sentry, maybe even fuck yeah. Bring It Ons, you know it. Armor Smith, yaha, better. Let Us Divine, Executes, yeah. Dead Man's Hand. King Mosh doesn't help you. Yeah, I should cut to King Mosh in the other deck. King Mosh actually is a total blowhard. He's a total suck-ass blowhard. Warpath. Yeah. Blood Razwal. Now, what is the way that we want to close out this puppy dog? So that's 100% getting in there. Unidentified shield. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. We definitely want the Mega Dragons. This is. It's not even a question. No inquiries necessary. Poor Kron Elite. No. We're sort of going to fatigue every time, you know. We just want good value cards, the value chords. Probably can't run out that woke lever. I think Dry Whisker armor is just too important in the current meta. Huh. Rot face for the memes? Yeah, maybe the rot face. I'm trying to think of like how we actually win this game with this deck. Genocide Golem seems pretty tight. I don't actually really know how this deck is gonna work. Bladed Gauntlet is one of the worst cards in Hearthstone, man. That card is just a big old bad one. It's really tragic. It's a tragic guy. We need things in the 4-drop mana slot. Arathi Weaponsmith actually feels like an acceptable selection here. Because the thing that really sucks is we don't have good ways to even do anything. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's get that one in there. You know, I actually kind of feel like the engineer is pretty good. Alright, we just sort of cycle through, and we're looking for basically even taunts and shit. Mana, even taunt. Where is our mana, even taunt, even? Hey, cool, man. We could get that one in there. That could actually kind of be hilarious. What do you even think about the unidentified mall? Let's see here. Feels certainly too expensive and doesn't do anything. I think I just want the draw, man. I think we want the engineers here. Let's do this for one, huh? No Yip or Rotface? I don't think so. I don't think we do. Because weirdly, I think... I don't think his meta is slow enough. Deadly Arsenal works with DMH. What is Deadly Arsenal? Deadly Arsenal. No, don't. Deadly Arsenal Hearthstone.
I will fight with honor. Victory!
Deal a weapon from your deck, deal its attack to all minions. Huh. All minions. Yeah. No 10-drop? No, I don't see a reason to. The meta's pretty damn fast. Right? So, like, almost everyone has to heavily skew towards that low end.
None will survive.
And so our watch begins. Now we get to armor up every turn. It's a big bad bedroom hole. Yeah. A lot of armor some of the time, or little armor every time. I choose little armor every time, every fucking time. Dry whisker, baby. When will Purge turn for some dotes on Wednesday? I think you will. Problem is that I have jury duty on Wednesday morning, so we're not entirely confident when such things will emerge. I really don't want to run this out right now, but I think I have to, because he can like coin out and like fucking shit on me. But you know, that's fine. We're gonna be the greediest boy in the world.
The end is coming!
Jury duty's important. It's an important thing. Bring it on, Mystic. Requesting live stream of jury duty action. Hey guys, it's me. I'm Dana. I'm with jury duty. What's going on? Hi. I have too strong a sense of social propriety to like do that at all. God, how good is the value here? See, this is such a critical thing to be conservative of. I might DMH this, man. So the way it works is that on Tuesday evening, I go online with my little jury card that's over there. I investigate what its instructions are. It might tell me to wait. You basically have to show up online every single night until they give you explicit instructions, and after a week, if you haven't gotten it, then you get to dip out. I think this is smart to have the novice engineers instead of loot hoarders and the gnomish inventors instead of. I don't think this deck wants death rattle draw. I think it wants to draw right away because it doesn't really need the bodies. It basically just armors up the fuck out of everything. And then has a small number of high-end efficient removal. Oh, I don't have any silences in here. Oh, I'm fucking bad. Yeah, I think I need to cut the 2 novice engineers and put in 2 spellbreakers. Or you can cut 1 gnomish and put in 1 spellbreaker. That feels better. Mushroom power, baby, now.
I hope you like my invention.
Take cover!
I can do one of these on like turn 9, because then he can play it out, and then on turn 10 I can answer with a Warpath. I think I'm actually okay doing this right now, though. As totally weird as that might seem. Okay. So this creates some issues for us. I'm telling you, man, I think that was a good play. Look at that, we shuffled the Warpath into our deck and we drew the Warpath. We're pretty sick. I like Bring It On as a card, it's so stupid. Bring It On is the kind of card I think Hearthstone needs more of. It does a ridiculous positive effect for a ridiculous negative effect. That is so cool, right? I'm so uninterested in these sort of just general benefit things. Like, Fungal Mancer I think is like anti-interesting, right? It's a value card. If you have men, then I'm good, and if not, then no. Then,
Reporting for duty. The might of Stormwind.
Stormwind. Hey, who declare a thumb war? A9. One. This is the one that we got from Dead Man's Hand, the second one. Sure do like the way this feels. I actually think I don't need a silence. I think that I have enough armor in up that I just want to make sure that I have a sufficient amount of cloning and drawing. Sounds right. Gemstone of Golem is totally cuttable. Gemstone of Golem actually might be the big shitter of this deck. Might very well be.
Reporting for duty. Reporting Reporting for duty.
I think we just eat damage for a little bit. We just bring it on twice and hang out, right?
Mushroom power!
Well, I probably gotta blow him up now. Now, as great as that was, we're sort of in poopy shape. Armor Smiths might also be total shitters in this deck. It seems like they're intuitively good, right? They can trade with 1/1s and heal a little bit. Is that my last Warpath? Yeah. Feel a little obligated in that circumstance. Maybe I should have deadmanded. That's a very weak one for him.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, if you're sure.
Made to
All right, we have the delay of game hand. I miss my Warpaths, my Warpaths.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Let's just rip a Drake off the top, you know what I mean? Nice.
The end is coming!
Let us divine. We have a good amount of anti-1/1-y things. We have the Blood Razor, we have the Warpath, we have the not the Black Knight, the Primordial Drake. We pseudo have some stuff with this man. I actually think I might want to cut the 2 gem-studded golems and actually put in 2 loot hoarders to get us to more stability sooner. I think draw is the big thing that this deck will struggle with.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Behold the might of storm.
I'm confident I don't understand his decision there. Like, I'm really confident in my lack of understanding of his choice. So far, we're looking pretty good. I mean, gonna fatigue him. DMH without Greymane seems better. Brawl is just really good. No, Brawl is a terrible card. Do you not remember the game where my hand infinitely filled with Brawls? I remember that game. And it felt rather bad. Bring it on, Mr. Might of Stormwind. Why no Forge of Souls? Why Forge of Souls? I don't see a reason to run Forge of Souls. We have 2 weapons, that's it, so.
I see you.
Oh shit. How about the other Primordial Drake? How about that? That'll do, pig. That'll do. Dude, Dry Whisker Armor is the absolute best card. Gem-studded golems are real not inspiring to me. They don't inspire me, and I want to be inspired when I play Hearthstone. That's why I play Hearthstone, is for the inspiration. This Death Grip is just not great. I mean, having a big scary taunt that sticks on the board is nice. Probably need to, you know, at least a marginal amount of those. We still haven't taken any health damage.
Reporting for duty.
Reporting for duty. Ah, where's your taunt set, man? Hell yeah!
But we fight.
At least we know that the Black Knight's going to be useful this game. Excuse me. This is not great. It's not that bad either. It's not good. It's not that bad. One cost for the armor is pretty good. He's gonna level up here. We should. He's been holding him back all game long. Bless me.
Reporting for duty.
And then I'll level up. Yeah. So is there any way that we can pull this puppy off? I think we're more than likely dead. A blood razor, yes.
None.
Boom. Alright, we're about to take some actual damage, man. Let's see. The Scourge Larad Garrosh could possibly be beneficial.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah. Yeah. Token Druid, I think, is a little stronger. I don't know what we need, but we need it like real bad and real fast. There it is, the Gnomish Inventor. Coming to Clutchtown. Clutchtown, US. Oh, we got a second one. Get me out of this game. I am amazed at how much staying power this whole construction had. I'm actually very amazed by and impressed with myself. Here's the thing. I think we can actually put in one. I think we just only need to be counter focused. Then we're okay. Are there any other mana even draw? Is there anything else that we even have? Is that an interesting control hunter? I'm doing that on Monday. Let's just look at the even mana cards and see if there's some ridiculous good value dude that we are not looking at. I'm always down for a good meme. Chance I'm gonna play God of War. I was intending on it, but I'm just kind of frying out, man. I'm just brain's not feeling on point. I think a silencer might be okay. But yep, seems fun. Seems fun, funny, great. So we don't want this or this in our starting hand. So we got a little over an hour left of streaming time. I think that Token Druid was super fantastic.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
That's right. 1 mana armoring up. Gaining 1 armor a turn feels real good. Feels really good. Apparently Go is coming to Twitch. What do you mean a newbie one? There's already Go on Twitch. Unless you mean Pokemon Go, in which case, what? It's okay to not armor up for a turn. Just dig deep. So we missed. Oh, Mystic Fist, was that you that we just played against, man? Welcome. We're trying to come up with the most powerful fatigue even warrior.
Come dance to my song.
Do I play Go? I mean, right now I watch more Go than I've ever played by like quite a margin. These armor smiths are also cuttable. Someone seems to be doing terrific now for us. Unsane was an ASL around 16 day through the Jadon, some of the best games I've seen at ASL. Those were some really complicated and interesting and technical games. Particularly the Larva game for... Was it Shuttle? I'm pretty sure it was Shuttle. A newbie one, let me know, because I like Go. Go's really great.
The end is coming!
Well, that kind of sucks a little bit. Well, that's a shame. Nice little consolation prize. I think do I just run this out? Probably seems wasteful, but I can do it.
Strike!
Just wanna get in there, man. I wanna get those cards. I wanna get to my juicy finishing chunk. Shuttle's quite good. Snows against Flash in the round of 8, and he was pretty disappointed about that. Oh god, he looked so sad. He was like, he just looked beat up, man. Oh, I gotta be careful, because if I want this to be a successful fatigue deck, I gotta keep some of my draws in the end. He's probably an elemental control mage.
It's too full.
I really fucked up. So the way that I'm going to beat an elemental control is just by cloning Yip.
Do not fear power. Fear those who wield it.
So we're just going to wait until we have both our dead man's hands in our hands, and then we're going to go ham on his hand. So we want to kill this. I want to kill this, because these are the highest risk cards to blow it up. We're just going to do this. We're going to armor up, because it's only one. What? The Dry Whisker Armor. I love this thing. Nurian Lindale says, how's this deck been working out? This is my second game. We lost the first. It was a close one. It was close. I'm playing for Dark Souls week month still. Yeah, I'm probably going to try to do one around the time of the release on Switch. Release on Swatch. It's going to deal 6 damage. I don't really think that these are going to be super duper ultra important. I think it's more important that I just deny his ability to elementals. Found on the Facebook for the documentary The Surrounding Game. Really? Oh god, I wish I could be there for that, because that's literally like right during. Oh, that's exciting. That's pretty great. Let's begin emptying our deck of some of these less fantastic cards. Warpath, I feel like, is an important one because it's very easy to chuck. It's a cheap chucker. Black Knight, we want to get out of the deck. Scourge Lord Garrosh, we actually might be okay getting that one out of the deck. Slams have some value because they provide card draw. But I'm asking myself the questions: how to construct the perfect DMH deck. So I think that, for instance, we only need one Warpath. And yes, we don't gain the armor from that, and that is okay. Coin we'll want to get rid of. What do we even want to keep? Probably honestly just the execute. Just like an execute, a novice, a slam. That's it. Black Knight's getting run straight out. We don't want to give him an elemental, so we blow this up. We don't really need a slam. So we're going to win in fatigue because he basically has a bunch of spells that blow up our board, but very little to hit us in the face with outside of Frostlich Jaina. Don't pull a Jeffs. Is there any news on when Hearthstone will be added for the After Hours Gaming League? Oh, that was announced at the start of the year. It's just in the fall. We do some games in the spring, some games in the fall. So that's just straight up gonna come. I really don't think I need that many things. I think I only need one execute. So I spent my last few turns emptying my hand because I mean I've played a ton of his kind of elemental control mage.
I bring life.
That kind of sucks a little bit, but like not a huge amount. I'm gonna do nothing. The reason I'm pausing is I don't want to execute it because I want to have Dead Man's Hand in my hand so that I can use the execute. Or so that I can clone it and produce an execute. So there we go. So that's good. I'm gonna have to get rid of the coin for certain.
Out of my jungle!
Okay, so he's getting a little eager. Alright, so we bring it on. And we coin, because we don't want that cloned. Then we Dead Man's Hand. Then we Warpath. Warpath. Armor up. Execute. Gonna hit him with that sweet, sweet Geosculper. Yep. If you play Warpath and Dead Man's Hand the Echo, do you copy it? That's an interesting question. I don't think so.
Time melts away.
The icy winds of Northland will consume your souls.
He has way more high end in this than I had in mine.
Reality woven.
Shiny here, shiny there, big shiny!
He actually has a hell of a lot more power in his late game than I expected. If you Dead Man's Hand an echoed copy, it turns into the original copy in the deck. No way. That is fucking interesting. This is sort of his last big blast of power. I guess we just really badly need this Warpath. It's not a lot of damage on board, honestly, compared to like the ridiculous amount of armor gain that we have. Maybe I think I overchucked my card draw out. I was gonna be real surprised if he didn't shoot that. Does he run fireballs? Okay, I was like, whoa. entirely sure what we want here. This is the best sort of fatigue deck where you make the game go on for 25 minutes and then just lose. Ah, crap. Doesn't really do that much for us. Unless we get this. Oh, no more executes. I'm all in on Warpath. I think I chucked out I think I just needed to be more patient with my card draw. It just got out of control after we played Syndragosa. Deal 5 damage, which can't deal 6. I mean, this was quite close. This was quite close.
Rotten to my core.
Rotten to my core. Great. You know, that was actually going quite well. I think I just need to be more conservative with the card draw. I was just expecting to have less of a spike of power, and I really felt how lack of card draw hurt me.
Garrosh versus Uther. I will fight with honor. Victory or death!
I think we just hang on to this puppy, huh?
None will survive.
What do you know? It's up, Akuden. Alright.
We have turned our curse into
I think I just need to be a little more thoughtful about keeping these puppies. Like, if I am against an aggressive player, yeah, sure, I run them out. But if I'm against a control player, I need to just hold on to them a little bit more, right?
Reporting for duty.
There's the Black Knight to destroy those 1/1s with taunt. No problem.
Handle it!
Alright. Okay. What's the right play here? Do I just do this? Do I do this? I think we actually run out this little one.
Like my invention.
Strike.
Pop like right here. At the very least, he's gonna have to trade in 2, right?
Reporting for duty.
The light protects me.
Just kind of trade in these 2. Keep his. Why would you do that? Huh.
Oh, if you're sure.
Oh my god, Meta Mario says, yo, Day 9, I got offered a full scholarship for a PhD in neuroscience and robotics last week. Sub to celebrate. Holy shit. That is so awesome, Meta Mario. Oh my god, the full ride, just chilling, cruising, at ballin' altitude. I'm gonna bless myself before I address myself. Alright, well, if we just draw a swirly-dirly, sweepery-deepery guy. It's not exactly as we hoped, but let's pop this just to guarantee the Blood Razor, guarantee the Warpath. Okay. You guys level up. Yeah, we just gotta mute people more often. Good. Really great to see some of these old important cards coming in, like the cards I wish that I were in the top 15 cards of the deck. You know, like the Warpaths or the Blood Razors among us.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
So now we're dead. Alright. Well, I think it just can't be even. I think it needs to actually just be like a little standard-ass fatigue warrior. This token Druid was fun. I'll only live for like another hour. We gotta make a fatigue deck. I think fatigue warrior is funny. All right, let's just. So that is the deck to beat. So let's see here. I believe it's possible to not run Whirlwinds. I think that the Warpath is a fine one. Okay, so let's look at this. We run the Warpath. Okay, so the whole goal of this deck is to go to fatigue and just use defensive cards to let us get there. I think Shield Slams are going to be important single target removal. I think the Bring It Ons are going to be important, make the game go on forever cards. Slams are important for the draw. I think that we'll also need definitely this, at least one of those puppy dogs. How many brawls? Maybe this. Definitely the Lord himself. Let me go to the restroom real fast. I'll be right back. I have returned. Did we solve it? Did we solve the deck construction process? Have we done it? So the big thing that I know that we will need is a lot of just like resweep, resweep, resweep kind of things. We'll certainly want the Acolytes. Acolytes of Pain. I feel like a single Whirlwind is justifiable. I feel like a single Whirlwind is justifiable. Now, generally, the way that these decks work is that you want to get all the way to the end of your deck relatively quickly, and then you have, like, the perfect endgame deck, and then you just continue to redraw that. Our biggest card draw tool, the Cold Light Oracle, is gone, though. So we have to find a way to ensure that we actually have a sufficient amount of draw. So that's probably the biggest thing that I'm looking for. I'm going through these warrior cards to make sure there's nothing really, really important that we missed. to make sure there's nothing really important that we missed. I don't think taunts are as important as draw and as clear. Battle Rage could be an acceptable one. Problem is that we just don't have that many dudes. Armor Smiths might be a good thing to run. Let's just type in draw and see what's here. Is there any significant draw? I don't really think so. Weirdly enough, I think the novice engineers are the right one to have. Oops. This is a fine card to have. Do I want the Gluttonous for one more? I actually don't think I do. I think I just want the good old classic Ooze. Oh, look at you, you little shitty Sludge Belcher. I think one Battle Rage is actually fine here. It's a little weird not running Armor Smiths, but I think we... Ouch! We have a better Armor Smith in the form of the Armorer. Ow, I just ran over my toe. Youch. Youchy doochie woochies. Am I forgetting anything important here? Okay, so our goal now... Oh, Ryan Wins 2000 says, "It's been a sad week as we lost our horse on Sunday, and you have been my go-to for lifting my spirits. Thanks, Dan." I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Whenever you have a connection with a little sweet animal, and then fucking nature happens,
Victory or death!
it can be real tough to get through. I feel you. I think this. Shield blocks, I think I have to value in a really interesting way in this. So this is 99% chance Spiteful Druid. I say 99% chance because these Fireflies are often run in slower decks that just want to have an answer to
I cannot do that.
They just want to have an answer to early aggressive decks, which are all over the ladder in the form of the Baku Din. Fuck! That sucks.
Bring the pain.
I'm just gonna armor up. I'm gonna be very thoughtful about when I use big plays or not. Ryan says she was a huge horse. No, all animals are little. All animals are little, sweet, tiny things. That's the way of the world. Okay. So I think I'm gonna novice engineer.
Bring the pain.
I mean, we have shield block, reckless flurry. We have brawl, so we just conservatively armor up.
Mine! Mine! Oh, mine!
Brawl is a huge value card. This is a huge value card.
Oh, if You're
I think we just
sure?
calmly chill, and then armor and armor. We still have one shield block for ultra late game. The big thing is that we want to ensure that we get lots of values out of our brawls. Warpaths we're going to get a lot of value out of later. Why? Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get all the value out of the coins. Scourge Lord Garrosh is going to be quite good here.
Glory to the Centauri.
I don't know what he's doing. His deck does not make sense. Number last. I'm not running out the Acolyte of Pain. Period.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Okay. Alright, so where's our executes? We have the Bring It Ons to armor up. So, I mean, we are expecting an ultimate infestation to occur, like, right now. They'll just shoot us in the face. We'll get a little bit low, but I think it's a completely acceptable time to cast Bring It On. Divine Shield dude makes some sense because it really shits on Paladins, I guess. Yeah, it was less that one particular card and more that I'm looking at him. I'm running this out for shits and giggles. And more that I'm just unsure what he is going for with his entire deck construction. It's a little baffling of a build. What do you think about Ben Brode leaving Blizzard? I think it is fantastic. He did amazing things at Hearthstone. I'm excited to see what he's going to do with his next company. Now we can go into the face. I think we'll just bring it on afterwards. Okay, so... I still think I don't need to play this Acolyte of Pain, and I'm trying to like look down the road and be aware that I need to be extraordinarily careful about how I keep card draw in there. Overtuned to be anti-paladin? No, I mean like this is how most of these fatigue decks look anyways. Now I have a little bit more comfort here. Like, we're in a, what I think is a winning position. For sure.
What now?
No reason to rush. Don't pull a Jeff says Ben made a point he wants to get back into implementing instead of directing. Have you been in a similar situation where you were in a more managerial role and wanted to step down? I would say I've been in the position where I've had lots of opportunities to step into that type of role and have elected not to. So do we slam it? No, I think we just...
Time passes.
This might be a completely fine hand to do this on. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw this down. And I'm actually going to DMH this. Remove that, because I absolutely do not want that getting copied at all. Killing my own dude. How savage. Yeah, I mean, like, really simple example, you know, being in a director position of a show versus doing the hosting of a show.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
I did put in 2 executes, right? Like, this is I'm gonna keep asking myself, where the fuck are my executes in this deck, man? Perhaps the answer is nowhere to be found. I mean, we're taking a risk here, but like, this is kind of the one card I didn't account for. Thank Lord. And it's a very different thing. I mean, there's been directorial / managerial roles that I've been in where, like, I was enjoying it. And, you know, I thought it was cool and it was good. It was positive. Oh, we have a very clear play. But it's just, it's so different. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, absolutely. 1, 2. No. This it won't matter. We have to do it this way. 1, 2.
Separating the pain.
It's very different functioning in the managerial role than it is to, you know, just sit down and do shit on your own. Because, like, for instance, like, you know, I'm working on, you know, my little AI prototype for the DK30 challenge. Super fun, super satisfying. And you know what I do? I, like, go to the coffee shop and I just sit there and I like, or, like, my eyes roll back in my head and I'm just trying to think through this problem. I'm trying to go, you know, like, big, long sessions of just, that sort of shit. I want this weapon out so I have the most power on the next turn. And it's really fantastic. And sometimes I'll be thinking, and then I'll just be like, actually, this is kind of making me think about that direction, and you begin to go in this direction. And I mean, this is how tons of really great ideas happen, and a lot of great design work and building stuff happens. You're going down this direction, you stop, you back up, you start to drill down this, you start to make some more progress, you start going down this way, and then you go, wait a minute, that path that I abandoned, now that I've learned this thing here, let me go back, let me start working on that, right? This is research, this is design. It was all pretty typical stuff.
I have no cards left.
But if you have a team, let's say of 80 people, which I think is what he said the Hearthstone team was, you don't really get as much opportunity to do that because you have a shitload of people who are standing right in front of you being like, tell me what to do. And that is quite a different experience. So I slam this. This. Run this out for good measure. Okay, now that we have that, it's fine to work. Took choice of damage there? Yeah, fuck yeah, I love taking extra damage.
I can't win them all.
You know, if you have this whole team of people asking you to do stuff, and that's a very different problem. You gotta figure out how to get it up and running. And then, frankly, a lot of times when you get the thing up and running,
Garrosh, the versus
I mean, I've never worked on a lot of projects like this because I've pretty much been doing only creative work for like 10 years. So it's like, do a thing, it's done. Okay, do a new thing, it's done. And when I think about, you know, I have friends who've worked in tech where they'll be doing a really hard project, right? Where they're trying to set up some system or some service. There's all these issues and there's all these problems, and they have to figure out how to get this thing automated so they can put these fires out better, and they fix all these bugs, and all of a sudden the service just kind of works, and it's like, you know, a piece of software or a web-based service, and it works. Okay, right? Suddenly you don't need that many people to maintain it, and it's just kind of cruising. So, very sympathetic to the idea that, you know, people want switch-ups and change-ups. Some people don't. Some people are really happy just doing the similar stuff all the time.
None will
What do you know? It's about to be done. See, I think it's fantastic. I think Ben's awesome. He's gonna do awesome shit. Because I mean, if you look at Hearthstone, you can see how there's just like themes, right? There's a new board every single expansion. There's a new song every single expansion, right? These are the pieces of content that are produced. I want to do this. Or do I want to begin armoring up?
I hope you like my
This is fine.
invention.
Nice. I just don't think it's sad in any way. Response, what's the context for this discussion? Ben Brode is leaving the Hearthstone team. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great.
The light dims, but we fight.
Speak your peace.
This is a good position to be in. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, there's all this structure here. Make a new board, make a new song, design the set, come up with new mechanics, work through the set. Here's how the solo adventures work, etc., etc., etc.
reporting for duty.
I think this is going to be a relatively difficult game to lose. Perhaps I'm a little greedy running both an Acidic Swamp Ooze and a Harrison Jones, but, you know, I think the rest of this is sufficiently counterful.
The light protects me.
Reporting for duty.
I want to be thoughtful of this so I can use Reckless Fury first. I think I actually just keep removing for a little bit. That was a really tough turn to decide. God, I gotta squelch people at the start of these games. Markup 12 says it's going to recontextualize future changes to Hearthstone differently. I can hear all the Ben wouldn't have done it this way posts. Yeah, I mean, it'll just be a little bit of a red herring, though. You know, it's sort of like taking 2 points and just drawing the biggest line between them. Here's a thing I don't like. Ben Brode is someone I do like. Therefore, if it changes something I don't like, then it must have been someone else. It was a vast conspiracy.
What now?
I think that's right. Oh my god, he milled me.
Reporting for duty.
Only Dead Man's Hand. Dead Man's is the only thing that we really don't want to lose.
My hand is full.
The best possible card to lose. Okay, so if we gain 10... Your song says, if I change a card / PayPal account, use subscribe, will that remove my subscriber badge? Nope, you should be fine. And if you're not, just like send big complaints to Twitch. Like, Twitch! Twitch!
Out of my jungle.
Mookla's a weird choice of card to run.
The light dims, but we fight.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Shield block would be the absolute nuts here. Good.
Take cover!
Great. Great.
Reporting
Vine
for duty.
Cleaver!
Reporting for duty.
He levels up now, that's like a really bad play. I'd be thrilled if he leveled up, quite honestly, but... Good. Woo woo! Horror Kids says, last time I was in Oakland, I went to homeroom since you mentioned it so often. It was amazing. Anything to check out in town that is a bit healthier next time? Oh, God.
I will silence their scream.
Oh, that's a little painful for us. Been a little dry on our executes in these games, you know? I don't actually think we have a way to deal with it. We'll have to wait a turn until he brawls. I want to keep both of these back. A big bad dire mole who lives in the jungle.
Reporting for duty.
I don't know that many restaurants in the area.
Handle it.
Ah.
Handle it.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, now we could get totally bonered Amanda, but we're gonna try our best not to. If we rip and execute, we're just the winningest. Yeah, that's basically that. The big bad dire mole. Really want him to feel it. Guys, we're beating it. We're fatiguing. We are fatiguer. Vine Cleaver, let's do it.
The light dims, but we fight.
I will burn this world and rule its ashes.
pretty good position to be in.
Out of my jungle!
Uh-oh, he's got Sunkeeper turret.
Reporting for duty.
Really need to conserve these. We have so much anti-paladin tech in this guy. Oh, it's so satisfying. But I mean, frankly, I think the Dry Whisker armor is just a better
The gates are open.
defensive nerd.
I'm
Are we
almost
using
out of
any new
cards.
cards? Oh, I guess Warpath, yeah. I'm almost out of cards. Alright, so this is fine. He's gonna fatigue himself sooner rather than later. Go ahead and feed this guy a banana because he's been doing such a great job.
You'll win.
Alright. Maybe we made something juicy.
Garrosh versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Victory or death!
This seems like a critically good keep. Yeah, maybe this is just a fine keep. Oh, good job, Harrison. Enjoy your banana. I had a banana this morning. It was great. I enjoy bananas. Let me actually look this up. Gallery content or nutrition facts banana. I just kept hitting B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-N-A. It just like showed me. Surprising reasons to eat a banana every day. Bananas are great. I love bananas. Bananas are like, I feel like it is my favorite fruit, but I would never want to say that. Like, I like kiwis and shit. I think kiwis are
Time waits
cool.
for no one.
A little surprised we've seen no cool blocks. Or should I say new blocks? Ah!
The scourge will devour all.
I don't like strawberries that much. I mean, I think they're fine, but I'm not like into strawberries. I'm not like fist pumping every day about strawberries. They're fine. Mangoes? Oh my god, mangoes is like the most. I feel like I'm a zombie who loves brains experience in my entire life. Where you're just like, you just keep devouring the mango. Oh, it's so good. This card's pretty valuable. Watermelon's pretty nice, but I think bananas are what I eat the most. So easy to eat, man.
Let the pain speak.
I think I like fruit derivative. Oh, come the shit on. Am I ever gonna get more than a 1 for? Okay, so.
I hope you like my invention.
Bring the pain.
So I'm looking for the big flurry, the big brawl. Gotta wait for his Spiteful Summoner to come down, I believe. I think I still wait the additional turn, because turn 6 is a pretty big and important one. It's Battle Rage to draw.
Oh, if you're sure.
Yeah, throw these ones in and put the Blood Razor out and pop that and bring it a little lower. I think I just chill. This gives me a better opportunity to win the brawl. That's it, huh? Well, I think I may as well, right? Fuck, I can't count. God, thought I had enough mana for this. Whatever. I'm an infinitely healing guy. Ugh. Spiritual Garrosh is gonna help a little bit. You would have played a Spiteful Summoner if you had it, which was helpful. It's actually a helpful card that gives us 2 really easy targets. Poisonous.
Pinch of death cup.
There it
Heal
is.
of shoot.
The fact that he's dealing 3 damage a turn does suck a bit. It is a good day to brawl. Can we get it one time? Time. That's a better play. I might Dead Man's Hand right now. One time, every time. I can deal with this. It's a fine character to be playing right now. Look at this little placement master, huh? Not my intention.
Job's done.
Pinch of death cup. Heal of shoot.
What do you know? It's an ultimate infestation. What do you know? No Tarantus one time.
Reborn in the curse!
Super duper ultra great. Who do we appreciate? RNG, RNG.
Mine! Mine! Oh, mine!
Alright, we clear his whole board. It's positive for me. Thanks, Warpath. You're a good guy. The Warpath hit. Warpath, Warpath, Warpath. Warpath. Change your plans. Warpath? Warpath. 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 This one. There's no more large dudes in the deck. We keep a essential removal card. I mean, so far, I think that this deck is a winning deck versus Spiteful and versus Paladin. Slightly worried about his hero power. Good thing is that we were at 29, not 26. Oh yeah, the fucking secret of use. Let's do it. Mr. Adrian Bell. What's going down? Oh my god, there's a gif of a cat massaging a dog. Oh, that's so good. Oh, it's a Shiba Inu. Oh, it's such a good dog. What even is? The race is on. Down to 21. We do need to begin drawing some armor friends. He might actually just hero power us to death. Really, it's just Bring It Ons that help us. Alright, well. I don't exactly know why he's holding out so much. Okay, that's good. I mean, he's bound to have cards in hand that permit him to do things. I just don't know why he's holding out so long.
You are not welcome here.
Engaging TC-130. Mental dislocator.
None of those are going to help. Slamming this to draw. And we're down to 15. I'm going to continue to get low here. Not sure what else we can necessarily do. We do have the Bring It On, which is nice. The Dry Whisk Armor.
Magic shall not save.
Don't exactly want to hit this.
Oh, if you're sure.
I mean, this looks a little insane, but I still think it's fine. Did that in the wrong order, but it's fine. We didn't need to use the execute at all. God damn. Man. Yeah, anyway, just wasted an execute for essentially no reason. His brain of mine is not doing so hot on basic shit. Last few weeks have been bad. We get a little bit of a gift. Malfurion's actually all that's killing us this game. It's kind of amusing.
The scourge will devour all.
Truth is found in death.
Outside of that one card, we're destroying the shit out of this guy. I think he knows it too, that all he has to do is keep donking us in the face. I'm really sick of these Blood Razors, man. Yeah, I mean, pleased with how this deck is playing. It's very hard for most decks to like do anything against us. The good news is that we do have like a pretty damn good lineup of cards in our back pocket. Problem is that we just like die. So I think we absolutely brawl here. Oh, come on.
That belongs in a museum.
I actually think we're just gonna die to Manifestation. That kind of sucks. Because, I mean, we're basically on track to win this game. Malfurion did like 40 points of damage to us this game. This game was... I needed to, before he played Malfurion, account for the fact that a Malfurion could be played. Because I basically completely demolish a Spiteful deck without a Malfurion. So given that, I can be a little bit more conservative, or excuse me, a little bit more liberal with the, sure. Maybe a little bit more liberal with a normal Spiteful Priest and try to account for the Malfurion. I mean, outside of that, we're totally fine. You just did, like, almost 40 points of damage with that. Because we were at 30, and then we used Bring It On. And then we gained some extra armor in there as well. This will be like my last game, or maybe second to last game, depending on how long this takes. This deck is way stronger than I anticipated. Should be a pretty positive matchup for us.
I hope you like my invention.
Oh, no, I don't want to keep both Acolytes of Pain in general. I want to only keep one, because one of them is really important for the fatigue situation. So we just wait for a while. So the type of rogue that this could be, it could be a tempo rogue that runs Falderay Striders, which would pretty much have a... It's hard for me to envision losing to that. This is the most expensive, or the highest stat cost regular card. The only one that will ever get larger than that is Edwin Van Cleef, and we have one of these. Probably going to run down the Acolyte and Whirlwind combo. From God of War today. I was intending on it, but things are getting a little packed with me having to leave for this wedding soon, so I was just like, screw it. I'll just do the easy thing and just wake up and play Snarfstone. This is a hilarious move. I'm gonna do it because it amuses me greatly. So this deck should run 2 Hench Clan Thugs, 1 or 2 SI7 agents, probably 1 Vile Spine, 2 Gadgets Ins, 2 Minstrels, a pair of Falderay Striders, and then a little Thalnos and Firefly hanging out at the low end. Could also run Leroy Jenkins, but I'm going to make sure I armor up a lot. This is going to be unbelievably tough for him to win.
So many.
There's our Falderay Strider killer. Ideally, we want him to play both his Falderay Striders earlier. Ideally, we want him to play his 2 Falderay Striders earlier, so that way he...
Ooh, monsters behind you!
What? I just don't know what he's trying to do.
Bring the pain.
sure.
I have no idea what any of this was attempting to do. What's the win condition in this deck? Basically just exhaust them.
Ooh, monsters behind you.
Might just play this out at some point. I really don't know what he is attempting to do. This isn't the Malagos deck, because we've seen the Falderay Strider. We've already seen that he's running 2 of these Kobold Illusionists. I am so confused. He's gonna backstab! I don't really care to do anything right now. Then I can get to 10 and I can do 5 of those. Yes, there we go. There it is. Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting little choice. So I'm gonna slam that. I want this off the board right now. There is a chance that this triggers a bunch of these things. So I want a Warpath, because this will summon a 1/1 copy that I can then destroy. Alright. So now I have the opportunity to Reckless Flurry this turn, and then begin re-armoring up. Yeah! I hate these brawls, man. Can't stand these brawls.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Do it. Start casting your shit. Yeah. Do it. Let's prep. Let's see preparation, huh? Prepare. Yeah. It's gonna get 1 more Spire this turn. Maybe another Eviscerate. That's what I'm thinking. Ooh, Razor Petal Lasher. Okay, maybe shoot me in the face with that now that you've prepped it. Yeah. No more Spire. Woof. Boop. I think you can actually just do this sort of thing. Just run this out, run this up, just draw 1, because I don't really need it terribly much. Him getting to draw a big boatload of cards is fine, man. It's fine, because I can, like, Dry Whisker, Shield Block, Reckless Flurry. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all the value he gains. See, he can only deal 10 damage, bringing me to 2. So he can actually Hero Power Reckless Flurry a lot, or just Dry Whisker Reckless Flurry. He's gonna burn through his whole deck. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna play another thing. I love Sinister Strike. I think that card is so tight. Yeah, I know. I know. question is, what is the way in which I wish to kill it? Just like that. We're gonna have some spiders coming up.
Halt! Who goes there?
Okay. I think Harrison Brawl is a good play here, especially if another spider pops out. Damn.
That belongs in a museum.
I think we're getting him. We didn't need to get him quite that hard, but that's what we managed to do. Look at this is actually turning out pretty nice. I think, you know, as a man that tried to force fatigue work for many years, I have some experience with this kind of deck. Not a whole lot, but some. He's gonna sap. He's gonna Leroy me.
I got the best deals anywhere.
He's gonna eviscerate me. We also have the ability to clear with Warpath, so that's fine. This is the most annoying thing to play against. Youch.
There once was a man from Gilneas. There once was
Oh
a man
my
from
god.
Gilneas.
That man did not have the best time with his drawls. So let's get this one out.
That belongs in a museum.
We basically won. So what we need to do is we need to thin our decks properly. This is last spider, so.
You cannot escape the shadow of death.
Let's hope we get that armor.
I'm almost out.
Oh, hell yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Oh wait, I just lost. Whoops. That was dumb of me. Leroy, cold blood, dead. Oh wait, really? Oh, if that's how I die. Huh. We almost lost there. I was starting to think a little too hard about how I needed to get the perfect end game fatigue thing going. I think really I just need to like armor up and just chill. Like this guy almost killed me, right? Maybe he did just kill me. Yeah. That kind of sucks. But, you know, when I had Harrison out, I should have, because I just got rid of the brawl. Because I was like, yeah, because in my meme game where I accidentally got a handful of like 9 brawls. If I just went armor up, we just immediately win. That kind of sucks. Oh well. Oh well, that's actually a good description for my last week, so whatever. I am going to go to a wedding and be filled with joy and etc. But first I have to buy some clothes. Gotta get a pair of pants because my cat's peed all over the other one. And I'm gonna get a shirt. Well, fuck. This is the worst part about playing fatigue decks. You go for like 30 minutes and then you just lose. Whoops. Whoopsie doopsie, oopsie daisies. See you later, guys.